Hey y'all, little vertical hope today from Faith Builders Ministries. Woo! This is a good seed to sow today. Psalms 144:1 says this: Praise be to the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. Boy, I preached on this one time, but I'll tell you what, I got revelation right before I went into prison. I think it was last week. And the revelation is this. That says, praise be to the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. This is what the visual the Lord gave me. This. He said, that is your training position. That's why he trains your hands for war and your fingers for battle. That's the training position. It's a prayer position. When you're facing war and you're facing a battle, like many of you are facing, I've faced some lately. I know y'all are facing them because I'm hearing from you. But the Lord showed me this. He showed me a visual to Psalms 144:1. And the visual was this. It was praying hands. When we face a battle, we face war, we need to fold our hands, get in the training position of prayer and start praying. You know, when my child was diagnosed, one of my children was diagnosed with a rare blood disorder. You know what? I got in my training position. When about the first 10 years of my marriage was a little rocky. We had some issues to work through. Can I get an amen, or can I say an amen? We just came from some backgrounds that just didn't get fixed overnight. It just didn't happen miraculously. And we had to walk through some things. But you know what? I got in my training position and I prayed over my marriage. My youngest daughter, I got a bad report on her one time. And you know, this is the thing I know. The Lord put in Psalms 144:1, praise be to the Lord my rock. Praise be to the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. Praise be to God if I'm going through bad times, because that's okay. He's trained my hands for war and my fingers for battle. He has trained me up. He has showed me in his word that he is faithful. He has taught me through his word that he will do what he said he's going to do. All of his promises are yes and amen. He says, I'm the head, not the tail. I go over and not under. He says, I am prosperous. And this is the thing. If you don't know this word, then how in the world can your hands be trained for war and your fingers for battle? How can you be in that prayer position, that training position, when Satan comes at you in all different ways, trying to attack your marriage, attack your children, attack your finances, attack you on your job, attack you at church? How can you get through those things if your hands are not trained for war and your fingers for battle, if you don't know your training position to get in? And I want to tell you today, there's a lot of blood-bought Christians out there that are fighting for their life right now. They're like fighting for their life. Everything has come against them. They feel defeated, lonely, depressed, life without a purpose. They just feel like they're just living to breathe, only to live to breathe, to die. And I want to tell you right now, get in your training position. Start to get on your knees and pray for revelation. Pray for a healing. Pray for depression to break off of you. Pray for those patterns that were sown before you that you don't follow. I don't know how people do it. I honest to God don't know how people make it through their life without getting in a training position of prayer and praying through some things to get victory. And I'm telling you what, it might not change today, and it might not change tomorrow, and it might not change next week, but you stay in your training position. You stay with your hands prayed. You stay with your mind being washed with the word. You stay in close connection with God, and you watch him do what he said he would do in the Bible. You watch him bring his word to pass in your life. Just because it doesn't happen overnight doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Just because there's delay doesn't mean that's a no. Sometimes delays deserve our praise. Remember Lazarus? Jesus didn't come right away to lift him out of the grave and raise him up from the grave, because you know what? Miracles had been happening before. I don't know if you're aware, but people were raised from the dead quite often, but only after 3 days of being dead. But you know what? Jesus waited, and he says, thank God I waited. Thank God, so you can see the glory of my Father. Because on the fourth day, which had never been done, he raised Lazarus from his death. So you know what? His delays does deserve our praise. So even though you're praying and you don't see your miracle and you don't see like anything's changing, you keep praying, you keep walking, you keep believing, because I know I serve a faithful God and he will come through for you. Yay, man. Woo! Yay, man. All right. You know what I say? Go out there and be willing to be an answer to someone else's prayer today. All right. That's the best remedy I know to get our minds off ourselves and onto others to bring joy to your life. Woo! It's going to be a great day. Bye-bye.